Hi, this is Arthur Carmazzi, best-selling author and currently ranked as one of the world's top 10 thought leaders in organizational culture and leadership. And welcome to the Experts MBA. Today we are going to be talking about how to sell with video. So this is not just about like selling yourself as a trainer or a consultant or a coach, but it could be about selling a specific solution that you have or something that you can package as a solution. And it could be a set of videos that you've got as a course. It could be anything, okay? The goal is to get people to start the buying process if they're an organization, or if they're an individual, to basically just take out their credit card and more or less give you money. So the first thing we start with is a short introduction. So for example, when I start, I kind of tell you a little bit about myself. So when our DC certified trainers start something like that, they will tell how they have an internationally accredited certification in DC psychology. So whatever it is that you have, whatever credentials, whatever makes you credible, that is going to be a key factor to start with, but don't make it too long. And then of course, you have to have a statement of one problem. This is just one thing. One problem that you are going to solve. Don't try to solve too many problems because it will get confusing. Make a statement of one thing, one main big problem that people have that your thing will solve. All right? Then, of course, here's the most important thing. You got to make the problem big. Right now, there are tons and tons of superhero movies, and they're coming out, and people are spending millions of dollars on these movies. Why? Because people like to see superheroes. But what makes a superhero is not the superpowers, it's the villain. You can't have a superhero without a supervillain. I mean, can you imagine if, Spider-Man just went out and got shoplifters, and that was his entire thing. It was just stopping shoplifters. It wouldn't be very exciting, and people wouldn't go and watch that because it's boring. So, think of making the problem big, creating the supervillain so that not you, but your client, your customer, can be the superhero with your solution. Okay? Now, of course, show how your solution deals with each part of the problem. Now, each part is, basically all of the little components. So you've got the problem, but each problem also has many different effects on their business, their life, whatever, okay? And as long as you kind of show, hey, this solution will also deal with this thing. Now, you don't tell what the solution is yet, incomplete. You just say, it deals with this, it deals with this, it deals with this. And of course, when it deals with this, it's also solving all of these other problems and it's creating all these other benefits. So you're kind of looking at the problem and dissecting it and incorporating your solution into it to show how big the problem really is because it has so many little parts, and how your solution has really thought through all these parts in order to solve the bigger issue. And of course, now we want to make sure that we show them the sunshine. Okay? Show the end result of overcoming the problem. So for example, when our trainers and our consultants do our culture change program, okay, we're not selling the whole process, we're selling the end result. And the fact that we literally have a 100% success rate in transforming a culture, which of course kind of deletes about 50% of all of the people problems they have, because the culture itself is perpetuating more productive and effective behavior where people are succeeding in the process of achieving the organization's results. Okay? So we sell the end result. We show them what is going to happen at the end. So take your solution, find out what the sunshine moment is and what happens, and describe it. So then, of course, show why your way to achieve this is unique. So for example, with our directive communication trainers, okay, they're constantly showing how we have these different tools that have very specific effects on behavior. How the different training processes literally can create changes in attitude. And we've got all these statistics, and we've got all these studies, and we've got all these things. And of course, we're showing all of the different ways that make us unique in order to achieve the results that your client is looking for. So, what makes you and your product unique? What makes you different? What makes you stand out? Okay? And of course, describe what they get and then more. So, for example, if you're selling this package, what's in the package? All right? So, what do they get? So, like, for example, when we do our trainer certification, we explain all of the stuff that's in the trainer certification. All right, so they get the international accreditations, and they get all of this knowledge, and they're able to do all these things, and they're able to deliver our branded programs and all of this stuff, right? So we tell them everything that's in the package, but then we usually give something else. Like, for example, when we're doing them in Bali, we sometimes give away free accommodations. We give away like the expert's blueprint, or sometimes even like we have a 2-day experts MBA, and we give away tickets to that. Okay, and so all of these extra things that we're adding on are like, wow, here's this value, and here's going to solve my problem. And so now what I can do is I can go ahead and get this problem solved, but I'm also getting all of this and all of this and all of this. So for example, even in training programs, our trainers will say, hey, this is the training program you get, but we'll give you all of these extra tools that your people will be able to use even after the training program, which equates to X amount of value. So the people making the decisions goes like, wow, sure, it's a no-brainer, let's do it. Why? Because the bonuses have a value that is higher to the client than is usually what it costs you. So make sure that you give them more after the package that you are giving them. And of course, you close with the problem cost solution versus the investment with you. So what kind of cost is their problem going to continue costing them if they maintain the problem? And if they get the solution, how is that going to affect their ROI? And then, of course, you include your investment in there. So if your investment is lower than the benefit that they're going to get, well, seems like a good idea, but you got to be able to show it. And, well, for example, if you've got some statistics, if you've got some infographics and things like, for example, our trainers have all of these different tools that we combine and create for them in order to create excellent sales presentations. But when you are making a sales presentation, the more easy to understand statistics that are visually represented, the easier it is for you to show ROI of your program, your solution, compared to the cost of the problem. So, with that, make sure that if you want to have more of these videos, you go and register at experts.mba/TV. And if you have any questions or you just want to say hi, go ahead and give us an email. This is Arthur Carmazzi wishing you great success.